Hi, it's Gary Hewitt here. Just some hopefully quick instructions for all of our guests on Sunday. When you walk into the room, first of all, you're going to be handed a sheet that looks something like this, and you'll notice there'll be a QR code on the corner. That's going to be kind of important, so remember that. When instructed, you're going to scan that with your phone, and that's going to take you to our chat application. One of the first things that we need you to do, and I'll see if I can put something up on screen here. I don't know if I have enough time to do this, is to go to this little gear icon. You go there and you tell it how you want to rate your connections with other people. So some people have suggested they want it really simple, like yes, no. Other people have suggested that they want, the whole rainbow of colors. So we've created options, and we want to see part of our experimentation to figure out what the market wants is to listen to you guys and like how many want this, how many want that. Are there themes? Can we tell in advance if this room full of people is going to want the simple version, and versus this room full of people that may want the rainbow of colors. So that's just one of the many little experiments that we'll be running. So if the important thing to remember is that if you get lost, and there are ways to if you're playing with the software, you may sort of fall off a cliff somewhere. If you get lost, the first thing to remember is just rescan your code and you'll start over again, right? So that's the primary thing. Now, the next thing, you'll pick a city, or you'll be handed a city, and that's going to be your seating assignment. So we want you to go there. Don't try and outsmart the system, please. If the system is broken, we need to know. That's why we're testing it. And so if something's wrong, then at the end of the event, just write on the back of the sheet. I would prefer what we did right and what we could do better as constructive criticism. But put your comments on the back of the sheet so that we know. And then that we can adjust our system accordingly. So the more times we do this, the more people we get in the room, the more fun it's going to be. It looks like this event coming up is going to be kind of small, and I apologize about that. I was hoping to get a lot more people in to help us develop this product. But that doesn't seem to be the case at this point. So, but whoever shows up, we're going to have fun one way or the other. So once you've got your connections, you connected to the software, then you're also, there's a two-part system to this. So number one, you can use the stickies and put them on the sheet, and the reason for that is if we get a room full of people or somebody, we don't really running the events ourselves. We want to sell this software to people that run events. And we want to do this, kind of like globally, not just locally. But if you fill a room full of people and the internet doesn't work for some reason, or it's unlikely the servers are down because we build really redundant stuff that just kind of fixes itself. So that's unlikely to be an issue. But if the internet's down and you can't get to them, that's a challenge. So we want to make sure as a backup, always have a backup, that you can put the dots on the paper, and as long as those get scanned on the way out, then your connections will happen automatically. So the connections are going to show up in your phone when we do that. So we'd ask that you actually do both to help us test the system. So put your stickies on here, and you're going to be doing random. It doesn't matter who you do or don't connect to. This is just a practice run, so don't worry about that. And in the application itself, you can say, I want to connect with number 16 or 93 or whatever. So there'll be numbers. You can ask people what their numbers are if we don't have the numbers on the badges. We should have numbers on the badges. I'm not sure that we're quite there yet. So, you can do those connections there, and then, it just lets us test the software out in the wild, which is basically what we want to do. And then, during the event, we'll also, Carrie's going to be there. She's going to be talking with you about AI. So it's a little bit like a three-ring circus. We've got lots of stuff to entertain you as you go. There won't be a lot of standing around doing nothing, the law of no waiting. We've always got something to do for you, keep you entertained while you're there. So that was the primary thing, is just pay attention to that QR code. If you get lost, rescan it, start over, and you'll be all good. Okay, that's it for now, and looking forward to seeing you guys on Sunday.